Since everybody's talking about this drama as of the last couple of days and it keeps on going, that being xQc versus Pokimane, I thought I'd give you guys my take on this, but a lot shorter than the 2 hours that it took for xQc to debate both Hasan and Pokimane on Twitch versus Kick. Obviously, as the platform wars do continue, all of this started, though, by the way, Pokimane making comments how she would not sign with Kick even for $10 million. Now, she went on to explain herself a little bit as to why, and I think that's where she kind of got herself in trouble, and that's when all the clips began to hit the internet.
Nope. No, and it's not because I got like $10 million. It's just because I'm good as I am. Why would I compromise my morals and ethics for more money when I have money? Something about that is so cringe to me personally. Like, I understand, you know, if you need to make money, right? For me to do cringe shit when I have I can't. Like, ew. How do I... Can someone put this into words better than I can? It's almost embarrassing.
And before we get too far into this, I'm not trying to hate on either side. I'm just simply trying to point out what was actually said within like 3 hours of content can really be trimmed down to just about 5 or 6 minutes. Now, after Pokimane said this, the initial statement, nothing wrong with that. If you don't want to compromise your own morals and ethics to sign with Kick, that is completely on you. When I heard this, though, when she, of course, had to mention the morals and ethics part of things, I instantly think about all of the medium-sized streamers or all of the not-so-big streamers who hear this, who have already signed to Kick, and that perception might be towards Pokimane that she thinks she has higher morals or better ethics than some of the people who have already made that switch. I think she further dug herself into a hole when she actually also said that if she were to sign with Kick, that'd be a very cringe thing to do. As she continues to talk more and more about why she would say no to $10 million from Kick, I think that's where she kind of just should have kept it short. And that's not saying that Pokimane can't make these statements. That's A-okay. If she has those morals and doesn't want to sign with Kick, that is fine, but it probably should have been left there. And she should know by now, as Pokimane, whenever she says anything, she is going to be under scrutiny. That's just fact. That is how the internet works right now. I was a bit surprised where she got herself in trouble is when she continued to talk about it. And I think that I'm just guessing based on public perception, when they hear her come from this, they think, oh, what a moral high ground that you don't have to make the choice to switch from Twitch to Kick. And also because there are a certain number of streamers out there who are not switching to Kick for these big contractual deals and big money offers or to gamble. There are middle tier streamers out there making the switch to try and build up their platform, build up their audience, and take advantage of the better splits and some of the positives that Twitch does not have. So that's where this starts, but then we get into it as xQc starts debating Pokimane on Hasan about Amazon backing Twitch and Stake backing Kick. And this was just lovely.
Stake always will. I'm sure Stake will, right? I'm sure that website will not, you know, Stake will not become some charity thing. No, that will always remain Gamba. But what I'm saying is that the web.
What are we arguing?
Huh? Because Stake isn't Kick. Kick is Kick. This is like, it's a project. It's a thing that they're doing.
If Stake wasn't Kick, why is Stake funding them in their entirety?
Wait.
Are they different things? Yeah, but you can't just ignore the link between them.
Funding.
It's owned entirely by a casino, and there's no interest in like making it profitable at all in the near future. I guess like
every company in tech.
I don't know.
Like
Every CEO doesn't agree with you on this.
Tech in the last fucking 30 years. Got it. Continue.
You know what I would believe if they banned crypto gambling on their website. If they were like, no links to Stake. We're not allowing any kind of.
Twitch is a better shit. Holy fuck. Twitch isn't doing shit for the better shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Twitch is made his live.
Because
Sergio! My God!
That's enough.
What is fucking Twitch done to Ben Gamble? Nothing. Holy fuck! What are you talking about?
Twitch is not owned by Stake.com.
It's a bit different.
It doesn't make it any better that Twitch is still allowing crypto gambling
on
for the record.
Source that you will never let it go past its source to become something different. You're so glitched on it. You're saying that funding from one source will always mean that the outcome will go.
Because it lasted nearly 2 hours, but let me tell you, I can sum this up in just about 60 seconds or less. xQc is pretty much trying to argue that although Stake is backing Kick in its current state is not really influencing anyone to gamble or directly trying to get people to gamble on Stake. He is also trying to make the point that in the future, he thinks Kick is trying to become a viable competitor to Twitch and a streaming platform, and that is it, and that it will not have direct ties to gambling in order to get there. That is what xQc is assuming Kick's plan is going to be. They want to compete with Twitch as a streaming platform and not be so strongly or directly tied to gambling. And that's a great point and all, but to play devil's advocate, the counter argument from Hasan and Pokimane is they are saying that Twitch is not profitable and Twitch has advertisements. Twitch is taking more of the splits for themselves. Twitch has all of these offerings and of course all of these viewers, and they are doing so many things right in the streaming space, and they are the #1 streaming platform, and they still can't make money. So how is Kick going to be a viable competitor while they're also buying streaming services from the servers that Amazon, of course, is providing them? How is Kick ever going to be profitable in an industry where even Twitch can't find it out unless they somehow tie in gambling? That's also an assumption on their side. And throughout the entire thing, it was like 2 hours of watching these kids go back and forth, and you could not convince the other side of what the other one was trying to say. So pretty much flat out, xQc thinks the future of Kick can be a competitive streaming platform to Twitch and not have direct ties to gambling, and Pokimane and Hasan think that's going to be impossible. And I'll be frank, guys, both sides made great points while trying to make this argument. Both sides also talked a lot about nothing while trying to make their arguments. And this is where someone like Moist Critical comes in, and this is what xQc is trying to say. I think I would also kind of lean towards this argument in its current form. What Kick is doing right now, is it actually driving people to gamble? In my opinion, I would lean towards no. That's not to say they might do that in the future, and that would be extremely problematic. Hear me out. Kick in its current form, I don't see the problem of them driving massive amounts of viewers or directly advertising gambling on their platform, because they are not right now. Although they could be doing that in the future, that is the fear for many people, and that is where things do begin to get very, very bad. And I would not approve of that. But in its current form, I don't see too many issues of these streamers switching to Kick. The worry that Pokimane and Hasan have is in order to be profitable, they will have to do that in the future. Both sides are making assumptions that we don't know right now, and we won't know for years to come. xQc says Kick can be a viable competitor to Twitch without gambling. We don't know that. Pokimane and Hasan think that Kick is going to directly influence people to gamble in order to make profit and become a competitor maybe to Twitch as a streaming platform. We don't know that, because as of right now, both parties are just making assumptions, and we're just here speculating.
I tweeted congrats to xQc and Kick, because I think it's like a win-win situation for both parties. And she reached out and she was like, I was kind of surprised that you were publicly supporting it. And I do want to make it clear that it is kind of a weird situation, because the platform is run by crypto gambling. It promotes gambling, which is the bad part. The bad part, long story short, I like gambling personally. I think it's fine to do, you know, if you're of age, you gamble what you can afford to lose, you're okay with it, it's all good. The part that gets messy is when you're streaming it. Some people that should.
And don't even get me started on the back and forth around Pokimane's comments. There were people on both sides just so fed up with Poki after saying that she wasn't going to sign the deal. And then there were avid defenders of Pokimane, because every time she speaks, she does get a lot of hate. And that's why I gave you guys my 2 cents on this to begin the video. I think what she said was valid. That is, of course, her choice if she wants to sign with Kick or not. But the way she went about wording it was always going to rub people the wrong way. And I'm surprised she wasn't a bit more careful with her words. And for me, when Valkyrae went on stream to talk about how Pokimane privately DM'd her about Valkyrae praising xQc signing to Kick, that also caused a lot of issues. Even though Ray stepped back in to say, hey, I also clarified more of these points online, it was never a good look for Pokimane once Ray started talking about that. And that is why people were rubbed the wrong way. So I don't blame either side of the argument, although I do blame the internet because it just blows up to such out of proportions, like people wanting Pokimane to die. Of course that's not right. But what she said may be rubbing some people the wrong way. I can also understand that. But also at the end of the day, that is her choice. Do I care? Not really, but it's the internet, you know? So after all of this, that's about it. Hope you guys all enjoy. We'll see you back here in the next one. Who do you think won the debate? xQc or Pokimane and Hasan? These comments should be fun. We'll see you back here soon.